Hi there, and welcome to the Home Studio Rescue here on YouTube. My name is Chris, and today we're going to be talking about which universal audio interface you should buy. Now, we're mostly going to be talking about the 1 and 2 channel interfaces. If you need more than that, that'll just have to be a separate video. But the first thing I'm going to start out with here is the Apollo Solo or the Apollo Aero. Any of those interfaces, it's a 1-channel interface. Mostly, I guess you could pick these on whatever port you have, if it's USB or Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt 3 you can use on a Thunderbolt 2. They've made them backwards compatible and all that stuff, so you don't really have to worry about that. But with these solos, with the 1 channel, I mean, I guess it would be good if you needed the EQs and compressors and preamps. You could use all that stuff in real time, but they only come with 1 processing chip, which is kind of a problem if you want to do mixing. That's the thing with this UAD stuff, you need as many processing chips as possible. I mean, it just depends on what you're doing. Like for me, I mix songs that are somewhere between 20 to 50 tracks, and I have an Apollo, I have one of the quad satellites, so I run out of power. I kind of have to pick my spots, and so that's where, when you're buying this stuff, like I kind of call these solos and arrows like the gateway drug of universal audio. It's an entry into that world. You can use their plugins, but really you're going to have to go out and get something like one of these quads here, like a quad satellite, or one of their 8-core processors. I mean, this thing's pretty insane, but you're going to have to get as much processing as you want. I mean, even if you're mixing like 10 tracks and all you do is like hip hop and rap or whatever, you know, you need to have as much as possible, especially if you're doing more than 10 tracks. And so that's another thing. You got the Apollo like twin duo or whatever. Like I said, we got to get as much processing power as we can get. So there's 2 chips in this one. I would probably not do that unless you plan on spending another like $800 and getting a quad. That would give you 6. Or if you went nuts and got one of these with the duo, you'd be in good shape there. So that wouldn't be a bad plan. So the other thing I'll talk about is, so there's the Apollo Twin versus the Twin X. The Twin X is the newest Apollo version. It comes with upgraded converters. From what I've heard, just talking to Sweetwater people, is that they have a little bit better low end. I'm not sure if that's really going to make a huge difference, but what my pick would be for a 2-channel universal audio interface would be the Twin X Quad. For $1,300 or $1,400, let's just be real, it's $1,400. You're getting 4 processing chips, and that's going to set you up pretty nice, give you a good start. And then if you want to add on top of that, then you're really cooking with peanut oil there. So you got 8-core processors. So I mean, it really just depends on what kind of money you want to spend. But this would be my pick. I'm not really too concerned about the upgraded converters, but I know I might get roasted for that, but honestly, if you're in a home studio with like untreated and you're not going to be able to hear the bass really that well to really tell the difference, unless, I don't know, I could be wrong. But at any rate, this is the one I would go for, the Twin X Quad. Get those 4 processors going so you can mix your music. If you aren't planning on mixing, if all you need to do is track with their plugins, then you could get a solo or a duo. But if you want to mix more than, I'd say, 10 tracks, like with these things, I hear you run out of processing power with about 5 plugins on them, which, you know, like I've described Universal Audio as like a country club of plugins. It's like you have to pay an entry fee. And these interfaces or the satellites here, those are the entry fee. You can't use their plugins without one of their devices. And so this kind of sucks you in with this low price, but you're not going to get much bang for your buck there. That's pretty much the message of this video, is I would get as much processing power as possible. Like if you got the duo and a quad, then, you know, that's $1,600. You're doing pretty well there. That's almost, I mean, that's a little bit better than this quad here for $1,400. So you just got to pick your spots and know that you're going to need as much processing power as possible to mix music. You're going to run out of plugins if you are cheap. So my advice is to buy nice, or you're going to have to buy twice. That'll do it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you could please like and subscribe. Also, if you guys need help building your studio, please do not hesitate to shoot me an email at homestudiorescue@gmail.com. Or you can go to homestudiorescue.com and sign up for a free 30-minute Zoom call. Let's talk about whatever issues you're having with recording or mixing, or if you just need help with your setup, let's chat. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.